welcome to this series of expert talks by newmomlife.com. Today we touch upon one of the most important topics, the child's social and emotional development. And the expert that we have with us is Dr. Geeta Pai, homeopathic family physician practicing on Mind Method of Homeopathy. She is also an active member of homeopathy organization HHF, which has headquarters in Mumbai. Dr. Geeta has a wide experience to treat all types of ailments, starting from allergic reactions, cold and cough, female issues, child ailments, autoimmune disorders, hormonal complaints, infertility, and much more. At present, she is practicing in Mumbai, Maharashtra. She has a worldwide set of patients via online consulting and is popular amongst her patients. She is active on social media and conducts several seminars for spreading awareness of homeopathy amongst common people. So let's get to interact with Dr. Geeta. So hello Geeta, how are you?
Fine, thank you. I'm okay.
All right. So Geeta, welcome to the series of expert talks by newmomlife.com. So Geeta, first tell us one thing, that as you are from homeopathy, right? So what exactly is homeopathy and how is it different from allopathy?
Well, Geetika, for this we need to first understand as an individual and as moms especially that what is health. And health for us, it's very, very we have not been really gone deep into that. So that's what I feel when I meet all the patients, what they think about health, what is health exactly. So I will actually read out the definition by WHO for everyone. That is not my definition, that's a definition given by WHO. So everyone understands. Health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So here if you see, there are physical, mental and social. So these three things should be in the balance. These three things should be correctly going in with the person. Okay, so then only it is health. So generally, now we come to homeopathy. So homeopathy is a very beautiful science where we actually consider the person as a whole when we prescribe the medicine. So with example, I'll explain many things because it is easy to understand. So for example, I go to a normal physician and I tell my complaints. They are going to understand my symptoms and they are going to prescribe me on that. So they will try to understand what Geeta is feeling. So like thanda hai, garam hai, ya fir sardi hai, khasi hai, and all these things, and they will give the medicine to my symptoms. So in homeopathy, what happens? Now I go to a homeopath, he will try to understand what Geeta is. So he is also concerned about the symptoms, but he is going to understand what is Geeta going through during these symptoms. So that will be a completely customized medicine for me. Though I have a fever and you have a fever, it's a common pathology, but what you do during the fever is very different than what I will do. So homeopathy will be given on this. This is the simplest definition ever I can tell anyone about homeopathy.
Right.
Okay.
Great to know that. That's a very different approach, I must say. I didn't know this earlier. Like it takes into account the person as well. So that's so nice to know. All right, Geeta.
Yeah.
So can you now tell us and elaborate a little bit about that, how homeopathy can help with kids, especially kids?
Actually, Geetika, homeopathy helps enormously in kids, and I'm really happy and delighted to see kids patient, when the kids come to the clinic. So I enjoy them a lot. And I really appreciate the parents who consciously take homeopathy for their kids, because in homeopathy, it's, as I said earlier, how it works and what we see in that, So it's basically when you see a person as a whole, understand there is a mind, there is a body, and there is a spirit or the vital force which is running the body. So if both the things are in sync, you are in health. Okay, and if that middle force is disturbed or it is deviated, then you are sick. So in homeopathy, when we see the kids, they're physical, of course they will come with physical complaints, but as we are going to see the person in disease and not the disease in person while prescription, so this person's emotional side is also being taken care of. So, when a child comes and he's having a cold or cough recurrently again and again, and the parents are really troubled, that he has an allergic cold and we are fed up of all the medication. This is very, very common ailment. So, that time that kid also has certain mood swings, he will have the tantrums, he will have the irritability and difficulty in managing. The mother is fed up of managing the child because the child is suffering and he has some emotional issues or ailments also now attached to this disease. So when you go to a homeopath, naturally this side is also been taken care. So you don't have to differently think about his irritability or the symptom in different sets. When they come to a homeopath, everything is aligned in one place. And second thing, it's kids love it a lot because it's sweet pills,
Sweet, yes.
and they are really fascinated by homeopaths. They are fascinated to meet a homeopath. They are fans. My kids, patient are fans of me because they are very happy to come to auntie who is giving sweet pills. So it has no side effect. Yeah. So I think every parent should consciously start thinking about homeopathy, at least compulsorily for kids, because it's going to give them a very good emotional and physical balance in the body.
Right. All right. So, Geeta, that was a beautiful explanation from development part, right? So, can you please tell us some noteworthy markers, especially in emotional development, that means the milestones for infants, toddlers, as well as preschoolers? Please elaborate on that.
Yeah. This is a very interesting question, Geetika, because every parent I meet, they are very much aware about the physical milestones of the child. They know कि दांत कब आते हैं और हमें उनको खाना कब खिलाना है, and उनको उल्टी होगी ही दूध देने के बाद तो ऐसा करो. So these all things we know very much because these are very common to everyone. But what I have noticed is the parents are not aware about the emotional development of the child. What stages he's going through, and the parents who come to me consistently now for their children, they have somehow now started understanding, that what is the development that child is going through, in what stage, and they are very well able to connect to the child because they're understanding what are the changes going in this child in this stage. So it's very important. Whether I'll just tell you, there's a psychologist by the name of Erik Erikson, and you can say the second half of the 20th century, he came up with this new theory, we can say, which is called as very knowingly called as psychosocial development theory. Erikson's psychosocial development theory. So this is a later part of the famous psychologist Sigmund Freud. This is after him, and he has developed an interesting theory where he feels that the child's nature or the development of a child is very, very closely affected by the environment around him. So in what environment he's staying, how is he being brought up, how is the upbringing, and everything is going to affect the child. So there are 8 stages in that, and it's a quite long and lengthy thing. I think we can take one session separately on that.
Wow.
So
Yes, we will for sure. Yeah. That's
yeah. So I'll just quickly tell the initial 2-3 stages to the moms who are new moms, especially who are curiously handling and they want to know many things. So in that, the first stage as the child develops, so it is 0 to 18 months, or let's say 1 year, or roughly 18 months. So in that stage, now what happens is the child is just out of the womb and it is very new to this world. So he is trying to find out who are my people and what's going on around. So in that stage, the important role is of a mother. The relationship for the child very close is the mother, and if you have a very good environment for the child, this child will develop a trust. This is so in every stages, if you go, it's even available online. You can just go and browse it and see what this is. The interesting parents who really are curious can go and study about it. So when the child comes out, and if the mother is in really good mood and holds the child nicely, cuddles it, and talks nicely, the warmth is there, and the child feels the same as he was in womb, he or she was in the womb. So wo wala jo protectiveness or comfort, if you're able to give to the child, then the child will develop the first virtue, that is of hope, because now he has the trust in the mother who's holding him nicely, and he's like, okay, I'm in a secure place, and he is going to develop the first milestone, that is of hope. So that's the first stage where the child will develop. If things don't go right by somehow any chance or something, then the child will always have that mistrust. So there's a conflict between trust and mistrust over
Right.
here.
Get it.
Okay, so this will be the first, very, very earliest and the first stage, infant stage, we can say, of the child. And so these are the care what a mother has to take and understand. Even the father, so he has to help the mother a lot, so that the mother can give the pampering to the child. So the mother also has to receive a lot of pampering in this stage, so that she can give the child further. Okay.
Right.
Second stage comes, which is the toddler age, we generally call, and it will start from 18 months to it goes to around 3 years roughly. And in this stage, the child, if now once developed with the hope, is going to go in the second stage, where the relationship of parents come in, like the father and mother. This both the people he's going to recognize and understand, and start doing the interactions with them more. And here, if everything really goes good, the child will develop a will. So he is going to develop a will in him. So he will try to do something, try to do something. So in this stage, you see the kids pick up, they put the things in their mouth, or they just want to touch and see everything, ye kya hai, wo kya hai, and everything. And sometimes the do's and don'ts, if you see, if we just randomly tell them, like pat karke maar dete hain, ye mat karo, wo mat karo, So this is like a cut off. So this is really not going to nurture them in a nice way. We have to understand this stage. They just want to try and see what it is. They want to feel it because it's all new for them. And if they go well in this stage, they will develop a very good will. So here the thing and the important part here developed is the toilet training. This is a very crucial stage for the kids' development. So if everything goes well, they are going to develop, the conflict would lie between the autonomy, matlab wo jo karna chah rahe wo kar pa rahe, and the second would be either it would be that, or either they would go into the shame or the doubt. So many kids we see without reason they are not able to get toilet trained, or they feel shame about it when they go to washrooms. So this is the phase where the care was not taken properly. Okay, and that goes well, then the child is definitely going to develop a very good will. So here they're trying to exercise something out of their mind, and we have to let them touch and feel. And here what happens sometimes, out of the parental anxiety, we try to cut them off. कि नहीं ये मत करो, वो मत करो, ऐसा मत करो.
Exactly.
This is the care and anxiety we put in, but you have to step a little back and you have to let them. तो यहाँ से ना पेरेंट उनको जो पहले बहुत पैम्परिंग चाहिए था 18 महीने तक, उसके बाद पेरेंट्स हैव टू लिटिल स्टेप थोड़ा करके उनको स्पेस देना होता है. So that's how the kids will bloom. They will bloom from inside, from within. And now the second further stage what comes is preschooling stage, where the kids you put them for nursery or the kindergarten and everything. Now here the preschooling age is till the 5 years of age. The kids relationships, if we see, the main relationships which will the kid come in contact with will be the family. So फिर चाचा चाची, the uncle, aunt and the grandmother and all these people he will start recognizing, understanding, connecting to. So यहाँ पे उनका वो development होता है. तो उनका जो area होता है बाहर जाने का वो vast होते जा रहा है. They are going to meet more people and everything. And here they will try to take initiative of many things, like you'll see the kids taking the brush and scribbling or painting and just putting even everywhere,
even doing the house
and the mothers especially, I know they are overworked. Yeah, so here they are taking the initiative. So for them the canvas is everything, like just take the brush, maro yahan wahan pe and everything. So here they are very, very open up. So what, as mother anxiety, we want to keep the house always spick and span. So we feel, nahi ye kyun ganda hai, wo kyun kharab hai. So we try to stop them. So again, I would request all the mothers not to stop them, but understand if they are really interested, then you have to give them the bigger sheet, and let them do what they want to do. Give them an old dress and let them spoil that dress. It's fine. But we don't have to stop that initiative what they are taking. So many a times the mothers stop and that वापस cut off हो जाता है. So here, if they are taking the initiative and they are able to carry out the task very good, they will start thinking and developing that imagination in whatever field they want to do. Okay, so if they successfully achieve the good things over here and सब कुछ ठीक चलता है, then they develop a purpose in life. So they understand. So the virtue here, the milestone comes of purpose. कि यहाँ से उनके वो instinct चालू हो जाते हैं कि what is the basic instinct of their choice and the things they love and everything.
Right.
And if we are not allowing them to take this initiative, somewhere the conflict is in between the initiative and the guilt. The child may either become a very good imagination kind of person, take the initiative, or get going person, कि चलो मुझे get go है, मुझे कर लेना है, मुझे आगे बढ़ना है, or he may go into the guilt, or he may feel उनका जो अदर पार्ट होगा डेवलप नहीं हुआ तो ही मे ऑलवेज फील गिल्ट, एंड गिल्ट बिलीव मी इज अ वेरी बैड इमोशन. टू होल्ड अ गिल्ट is a very very bad emotion. So this is how the preschooling age will come. And then 5 to 13 is the schooling age, where they go into the neighborhood and school and everything and all that, and here the next virtue will be developed. So this is how we go unfolding into the adult stage, and then we get married and we find a virtue of love and everything. So it goes till death. So death tak hamare kya kya virtues develop hote and what we should be doing in that age is completely explained in that. But for mothers, I think they should understand at least till the schooling age.